SureDog.com. We're with Keith Jardine here, coming off a tough loss to Trevor Prangley tonight at Shark Fights. Uh, Keith, I know it's difficult to talk about the fight. We're just coming out of it, but what do you think didn't go right for you tonight in this bout?
I just had a pretty slow start actually. I never make excuses for my fights, but coming out before this fight, I had the worst migraine in the world, and it took me actually 2 rounds to get through that. Everything he was touching me with me hurt, man. I was in a bad situation there, so I gritted it out in the third round. My head kind of cleared up, and things worked out well in that round, but I guess not well enough to win the fight.
Were you surprised by the first round knockdown?
No, not really. It was slightly off balance and slightly what he did. It was a combination of both, but it didn't really stun me that bad. I thought I followed up with a couple good submission attempts, but I guess those don't get scored very well.
I see a few stitches over your eye. How many did you have to get?
That was probably from the ground and pound, but I cut so easy. It's really no big deal. I cut every single fight, no matter what.
Right. This is it's hard for a fighter when you hit a streak like this. 5 fights, losses. I mean, mentally, what do you do? I know you say we go back to the drawing board, but
I really don't know. I'm just going to keep fighting and see what happens. And I don't know. We'll see. I don't have any answers for that right now.
right now I know it's a tough question to ask. Did your trainers have anything to say to you as you were going between rounds to point you in the right direction?
Yeah. Good advice. Just following up on my punches and taking angles instead of backing straight up, things like that. And it all came together for me. It was just a really awkward night for me. It was hard to get going.